Window washers of Reddit, what is the most memorable thing you have seen while on the job? One of my first jobs, I worked as a window cleaner in a little town in England. For a year maybe. Saw some sights. Once saw an old lady getting changed. Nearly jumped off the ladder in fear, but luckily didn't see anything. Was in charge of collecting the money though, and it was real awkward. One time an old man sat in his armchair and watched me intently with a deadpan expression as I cleaned his living room windows. 3 of them. I was pretending I couldn't see him. But I could. Boss' son also worked with us, and literally all dogs hate him. No idea why. Watched maybe 15 dogs chase this dude over the year. One bit his ass cheek so hard he had to get stitches lol. Had to clean a 4-story building on a hill and boss used to prop the ladder up with 2 bricks under one leg. Super unsafe. While I shook my way up the ladder. All the window ledges were also covered in rusty nails to stop pigeons from landing, so I'd be like 40 foot in the air on an unstable ladder. Shaking. Trying to clean a window behind 100 giant rusty nails. Terrifying. My favorite story, I was cleaning away and looking at this guy's room and noticed a skateboard. I'm also a skater and thought, oh damn, I recognize that deck. It belonged to a guy I'd met like twice at the local park. The next day I was at the skate park and walked over to him. Bear in mind we've exchanged like 8 words before this. I sat next to him and kept a complete stone expression and said, hey, you look like the kind of guy who'd have black bed sheets. He was like, WTF, I do have black sheets. I was like, with white squares. I bet your room's blue as well, and has nautically freaked. Like, how the fuck do you know all this? And then I had to drop it. I'm your window cleaner mate. Saw your deck in a room yesterday, ahaha. Fast forward 11 years and has currently my oldest and closest friend. Thank you, I'd forgotten that last story. Edit, added commas. Edit 2, oh shit, my first award. Thank you, kinds. A tornado. We'd had little warning before we saw it about 1 kilometer away. It didn't appear to be moving side to side much, which indicates that it's coming towards you. We winched down about 4 floors, jumped onto a fire escape, and got inside the building. Rode out the storm inside, and then went home. I work for a private estate in the local polo club. I was under the impression that the owners were not home at the time. But I was wrong. I was washing windows this particular morning and I came around to the restroom window and got a perfect view of this older couple in the shower together. The window looked out on a private fenced-in patio. So that's why it wasn't fogged glass. The window by the toilet is the same way. Bad design in my opinion. I've never moved faster in my life than I did catapulting myself backwards out of view of this naked couple. I don't believe they saw me, because the next time we ran into each other, everything seemed normal from their end, haha. Good friend is a window washer for downtown office towers. They get notice of the day the windows are being washed. Yet he says it's shocking how many people are freaked out by them being outside their window. Weirdest though, they came across a dude watching porn on his office computer. When he noticed the window washers, he just gave them a big thumbs up and kept watching. I used to window clean hotels, which meant going room to room with a master key to let myself in. I've seen quite a few dildos and vibrators being proudly displayed on bedside tables. But the one situation that stuck with me the longest was just walking down the corridor and hearing 2 middle-aged people going at it in one of the rooms. It was a Georgian hotel in the Cotswolds, so very HOI. Their screams were getting louder and louder and people were actually coming out of their rooms because it was so audible. All the housekeepers at the end of the corridor were doubled over laughing. That couple had no idea how intimately they shared their experience with us. This was 25 years ago. Cleaning 2nd floor windows in a hospital from ladders. I arrived at a window to see a lady giving birth. The child was probably half in and half out is as best as I can describe it. The people in the room were so concentrated on what they were doing they didn't notice me, so I made a hasty descent. A couple of windows further down, same floor, I see a man pacing up and down with his hands behind his back. Dark hair. Tidy mustache. Around 30. Will never forget his face. No idea why he wasn't in with his partner, but I had no doubt this was the father. Skipped down a few windows, 3 minutes per window including moving the ladder, so not that long. and I arrive at a window to see the lady being wheeled in on a wheelchair with the baby in her arms. The other mothers, maternity ward, clapping, and the father walking behind with a huge beaming smile. It felt like it was out of a movie with a camera following the story. Quite unforgettable. Edit, Wholesome Pro Award. Not sure what it is, but Tyven Kind Stranger. Edit 2, Silver and Gold? Wow. Tyven to the generous people. Not a window washer. But I was the victim. It's a Saturday morning and I wanted to have a nice lie-in. My headboard for my bed is up against the window, so I sleep facing away from the window and have to turn around to see what is outside / to open the curtains. On this fateful day, I woke up to some sound, but it wasn't alarming, so I just carried on as usual. Stretched. Then turned around to open my curtains. Then I see his face. The window cleaner clearly didn't expect me to open the curtains and got a little scared. I too didn't expect to see someone's face looking back at me through the window. Early on a Saturday morning, he saw me almost fall off my bed in sheer terror. Paying him at the door when he was done was funny. We both laughed and pretended it didn't happen. Edit, Grandma. Edit 2, thank you kind stranger for the award. Hats off to you. Not a window washer, but I used to install and repair windows. One afternoon we'd gone out to a job where some asshole neighborhood kids had smashed several back windows of a nice elderly couple's place. We worked our way from top. First 2 windows belonged to an en-site bathroom, while the third was the bedroom to which the en-site was attached. The master. My job was to clear any remaining glass from the area so the other bloke could put the new panel in. Anyway, I noticed a small urn on the desk by the window, with the name Triple Scoop engraved upon it, along with 2 dates. About 4 years apart. Probably a pet. Hopefully a pet. I'd thought. Didn't think about it for more than a minute. Then went back to work. We finished the upstairs windows and went down to work on the 2 in the kitchen. Holy shit. There was a wall with 5 long shelves, each one holding several urns similar to Triple Scoop upstairs. Turns out the elderly couple used to breed and race greyhounds and the urns contained the remains of their deceased racers. Triple Scoop was their first housekeeper checking in. This one lady liked to feed birds. Like 50 pounds every 2 weeks. No screens. Sills caked in filth and the windows themselves had been neglected over time. They were Anderson windows, so you could pull them in from the inside. Well, the tension string broke, and I'm literally holding the window by a string and this bird straight up flies into my face. I was shocked. The bird was shocked. I screamed. I like to imagine the bird did too. Bird flew away, and I got the window locked back in place and called maintenance. This was on the 2nd floor too. Oh, I have a good one. When I was doing my PhD, one of the other students had to wash windows at the weekend to make ends meet. Anyway, he was washing a block of flats one day. He didn't know this, but the block was home to a female lecturer in the same department as us. He washes the window of her bedroom, and she walks in **completelyNaked**. He stares in shock. She grabs a towel and it's over. The next day she files an harassment complaint about him because she assumed he was pretending to be a window cleaner to see her naked. Luckily his employer could vouch for him and the matter was dropped. Very awkward. **edit***. Okay. A lot of people are attacking the lecturer. Please don't. She handled this as a private and mature way. She didn't tell anyone and followed the formal and private process. When she found out the truth, she apologized. If I saw a colleague looking in my bedroom while I was naked, I'd want to know what was going on too. Wouldn't you? In fact, he was the one who told us because he found it so funny. **edit 2. **. Everyone trying to crowbar a red pill narrative into this. Stop it. There isn't one here. She wasn't out to ruin his life. She just wanted to know what was going on and made the logical steps to do. It was last summer. I was cleaning my dad's car with the help of my little brother. It was a bright sunny day and I began cleaning. After completing the outside cleaning of the car, windows, doors etc., I began to take off the carpet kind of stuff from inside the car to dust it off. Finally, when I was polishing the bits of the dashboard, I noticed something glimmering from within a crack on the dashboard. Holy shit. Guess what? Question mark? It was my mom's wedding ring which she lost a year ago. It was in the car, but in a small narrow crack. I wonder how it must have gotten there, but I remember TGE happiness on my mom's face when she found out about it. If you are married, you probably know how much a wedding ring is worth. Not in terms of money, but its value and memories. I gave it to my dad and told him to put it on my mom's finger. OMG. It was so wholesome to see. They even took us to malls that day and bought me and my brother a hoodie. Just wanted to get this out and I found a perfect opportunity. Left square bracket question mark right square bracket. Edit. Asterisk asterisk. Thank you lovely strangers for decorating my comment with your love and kindness. I really appreciate. Not a window washer but I live in a 2-story building, so we don't really bother with real curtains in the bathroom. We only have an extremely thin, see-through white fabric over the window. The doors in the shower are glass. So, on this fateful day, I was taking a shower and my mom had unfortunately neglected to inform me that our gutter was getting repaired that day, so you can imagine my surprise when, while I was just minding my business, getting soaped up in the shower, naked as the day I was born, all of a sudden I see the figure of a man ascending into the frame of my window. I'm not proud to say I completely panicked and just dropped to the floor. So, dripping wet and covered in soap, I made my way, crawling over the bathroom floor to open the door. I escaped. The worst part is that at that point the guy was probably so high up that he saw everything. The most horrifying moment of my life. But it does make for a good story to